Over the last year, I've been really getting more addicted to beach volleyball, playing beach volleyball, practicing beach volleyball, and watching beach volleyball. And there is one character in particular that I have latched onto when it comes to learning more and just being excited about watching and learning about them. And that person is Phil Dalhausser, 62-time AVP champion, Olympic gold medalist, the thin beast. In today's video, while my pinky is broken and continuing to heal for the next 6 weeks, we're just gonna do some more reaction stuff, and I want to react to one of my favorite men's beach volleyball players, Phil Dalhausser. We're gonna learn more about his story, watch some of his best moments, and potentially get excited for his upcoming AVP season with Mr. Crab. I'm gonna be watching Birth of the Thin Beast, Phil Dalhausser by AVP Beach Volleyball. I will have a link to the video on the top of the description, and let's watch and learn a little bit more about him and watch hopefully some of this guy's nastiest plays, because it's phenomenal to watch.
Out of the University of Central Florida, give it up for the Beijing Beast, Phil Dalhausser.
I mean, first things first, Phil being born and raised in Florida and going to UCF, a school that's just exactly around 1 hour away from my house, is so cool. And the fact that he is 6'9" and I am 6'10", so he's right around the same size, definitely not proportioned. He is so lanky and strong, and I'm kind of a little bit too bulky to be moving around the beach volleyball court, but I'm going to keep working on that. But those two factors, I think, really helped me to latch on to Phil early on when getting excited and more addicted to beach volleyball. Now let's hear a little bit more about his story.
I enjoyed the journey, right? And it just kind of worked out for me.
A lot of people are saying that you're the biggest fish of all time.
You know, it's kind of weird for me to talk about this. I could agree that you could put me up, you know, on the Mount Rushmore.
There's already talk about Dalhausser.
That's crazy, because from what I have heard about Phil, it's kind of almost uncontested when you add up everything. Now, there are people who have more titles than him still after his longevity and his run, but I think just the gold medal run that he went on and all those AVP titles and everything, and just how he is continuing to play even today in the big 2025 kind of just puts him as one of the GOATs for me personally.
You knew once he gets the ball, chances of him putting the ball away was very high.
His domination and the legacy he's created with blocking, and that is just like, I want to look like that. I want to be like that.
I mean, that's the reason why I feel like I have attached so much to him, because when I watch how big he can get at the net, how good his blocks are, his reads are, I look at him and I'm like, this is what I want to turn my height into one day. Now, I'm never going to compete professionally. I like my cozy little life. I'm recently married. I have a full-time job. It's my dream job, as well as a children's minister. And volleyball is just for fun and for this channel, but I would like to play in some tournaments and actually use my height for something more sporty and be able to get out there and exercise and say that I am doing something good and fun with my height, right? So I hope that one day I can be even 1% of the presence he is at the net. Phil is obviously my bald brother as well, so maybe that's another reason why I attached on to him.
I was kind of self-taught, I guess.
But you know, then he became the best server in the
wow.
world.
He is known as the
I mean, even that. Now, obviously, he had been playing from a way younger age and obviously addicted, kind of how this addiction feels for me right now. But I also can identify in the self-taught, and honestly, one of the hardest parts about my volleyball journey so far, indoor and outdoor, is being an adult trying to learn a new thing and not having a traditional coach. When I was growing up, there were no opportunities to play volleyball. In Florida, there were no guys volleyball teams in public schools, and the nearest opportunity for a club volleyball was over an hour away, and my family didn't make the most money for us to be able to travel for practices and things like that. So I never got to play volleyball growing up until I was an adult and could make my own decisions. So the self-taught part of me also identifies with Phil.
But my first AVP was 2003 Fort Lauderdale.
Wow, 2003. I was 5
Well,
years
we really
old.
Didn't know what we were. So they would be like, you gotta play this East Coast tournament, and if you guys win, you get a bid into this tournament, and like.
That's
honestly,
crazy how that all
this is
works.
Crazy. We're on the pro tour.
Wow.
Back and see where we were. We slept on the beach a couple times before tournaments. It's pretty wild. I couldn't even imagine sleeping on the beach now.
Is there a particular win or wins that kind of stand out?
Dude, that's just passion, man. Sleeping on the beach before a tournament just so that you guys will be there and ready to play if you guys didn't have money to get a hotel room or something. It's just so unmatched, man.
Funny thing was, the week before that Austin 2005, we took a 17th and we lost to a team I've never lost to, and I thought Phil was gonna dump me. I was like, oh, this was gonna dump me. I know it. I feel it. We probably should have. Just to lead up to that final.
That's so crazy.
You know, 2004, Phil was gonna play with Dane at the end of 2004.
I had committed to him, and it just didn't feel right.
So I was scrambling to figure out what I was gonna do for 2005. I'll never forget, Phil said, you know, we should play one more year. He's like, I'd rather win my first tournament with you. And I couldn't believe it.
I called Dane. I was like, hey man, this might be the
That's
dumbest
love.
beach volleyball move in history, but I'm just gonna roll with Nick.
I remember driving in the car, we were driving back to the house. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, well, of course you should try and do that. And
Yeah, that was ended up being the right decision.
we never won a tournament there, but I think at that moment, Phil knew he was gonna be winning a lot of tournaments.
That's crazy.
I didn't think I could win.
That's loyalty. It's just
I
so
remember
cool.
it was like-
Hey, question for the beach volleyball viewers that may be in the comment section of this video. When I'm watching a lot of these clips and I'm watching AVP events that are currently happening today, as well as some international stuff, why do the old tournaments seem way more attended and way more hype than the events I see now? Is that just location or cherry-picked clips or what? Is it just as popular or less popular today? Let me know in the comments. I need to know a little bit more of the history from you seasoned vets.
Yesterday, were way too big for me.
I'll tell you what, I was wearing Phil's shorts. Like, they were like 2 sizes too big for me, so I had a pair of his shorts, and I remember they didn't fit me the whole time, and I was like, oh, these things are gonna fall off.
So I was like, dude, I can't wear these shorts. They're falling off my ass. And one of the refs knew how to knit, and he happened to have like a needle and some thread. He just made them shorter. But also, I remember before
That is such a random thing about this tournament, holy.
Nick was like,
Jake Gibbs, 6'7".
Three-time national champion,
Monster.
time open winner, Olympian, Doug Metzger.
and I was like, dude.
Another name I
For whatever
recognize.
reason, I had this sense of calmness, like we belong in the finals. This is where we belong. I was almost like anxious. I remember just waiting around, and like I wanted to get out there.
And I remember.
It's just so cool, man.
Nick, it's your first time. You never know when you're going to get back. Can you do
Man.
it? Nick Lucina.
This guy is 1 year younger than I am now. Holy moly. I didn't realize that how young they were in these videos as well. I might have missed it already, but I wonder how old Phil was for this first win here.
This was like 18 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Big hands on the first ball already. And just a dastardly slam.
This is when we played tournaments. It was our first match of the weekend. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
great. He had that energy.
And he's gotten, I mean, at this point, probably is 300 attacks on the weekend, you know? And he's still running around.
Holy moly. And they lost the first game. Wow.
Kind of after we lost the first, I remember being like, we got nothing to lose, you know, we're probably not supposed to be here. Once we started getting a little momentum, then I was like, well, anything can kind of happen. Somehow we won the second, and then it was just like we were just having fun out there.
We were
That's
celebrating
awesome.
Every single point, I think.
He looks so good, man. 6'9". Dude, Phil's hands are so underrated as well.
They just went up 15-14. And I said, Nick, tight. Shocker, he swung, and you got blocked.
Yeah, I said, set me off a little bit and I'll put it away.
And Titus
I believe I'm just stating facts.
down by 1, game point. Dude, they're not letting Phil swing at all, but it doesn't matter. What a beast. Sponsored by Aquafina and Xbox. Holy. This is so sick. But I like how even though this is about Phil and his story, he also makes it about his teammate in his first ever AVP series
I
win.
do
It's
remember
crazy.
match point where I touched Jake's hit
I dug a ball on 2.
when I got blocked and I covered it.
Once I remember him feeding up there, I was like, yes, this is ours.
And then next time I put it away.
Wow. That's so sick. 18-16 as well in the third.
I actually thought I played really well. It's probably the only time I carried Phil in a final. Only time though. He's
10th seed as well.
After that.
It's awesome.
Geeter gave me a Thin Beast, and then he was the MC in Beijing, and he's
Beijing Beast.
Beijing Beast. He sees me, and he gets up and he's like, "It's the Beijing Beast."
Beijing Beast.
And he gave me like this big hug, and after that I was like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Like this is gonna be fun."
That's
Point
such a
being,
cool
when I hear
story.
Beijing Beast, that brings me back to the moment, of, like Shaq, like.
Jeez, and this video came out a year ago. He had 62, 41, 4-time Olympian, 2008 gold medalist, 2007 world champion, 5 times MVP of the AVP. Holy. I mean, he's just so cool. I've loved to follow him. And now we're going to finish this video by watching a short collaboration made by a small channel. No idea how to say this. Mikhailo Sakakis. Obviously, it looks like it's Russian. 5,000 views. I just want to watch some Phil Dalhausser plays. And let's see what it looked like. Jeez, he just gets up so high. Every time I jump on the sand, I literally feel like it's quicksand and I'm falling into it. Oh, we have some classic montage music here. Reading the blocks and going straight down. Crazy. Dude, it just has to be terrifying playing against this guy. Oh, just the reach, man. The reach to be able to put those down as well. Man, I hope we get to see some of his swings too, because obviously his blocking is just otherworldly. But I've seen some rockets from Phil as well. What is that video clip? And now we got the black and white? Was that Phil hitting? If so, that was crazy. Dude, I feel like half the time... Oh, nice. I feel like Phil was just kind of getting the ball where he wanted to be able to block it, which is so crazy. He even go for a kill all the time. He said, hey, I'm going to pass this ball back over exactly where I want to block you from. Man, and I feel like I've started to adapt when I'm playing twos a little bit of his block approach too. You know, the hands in front of him under the net and then up and around. Off his arm too. Lefty gets the kill. Big swing by Phil. There we go. Swing time. Just gets so high and people just flinch when he hits it. It's crazy. Look, so frustrated. Man, just so tall, so dominant. Bro, and he just always walks away like nothing just happened. It's so sick. Man, it just... Big swing. Or big serve. Dude, his serves too. Can't forget about his serves. Just over his hands. Swings on the option. So aware. High volleyball IQ as well. Just absolutely bounces it. So crazy. Man, can't get anything over him. He's really cool. I'm really excited. Wow, and this is some breaking news. I went to go start editing the video, and 4 hours ago, Phil Dalhausser posts, I've decided that my 23rd season as a professional beach volleyball player will be my last. It's been a hell of a ride, but as they say, all good things come to an end. I want to announce this in the hopes to meet the fans that continue to support not only me, but also our beautiful sport of beach volleyball. Thank you so very much. I'll see you on the sand one last time. And if we go to the official AVP Instagram, we can see T Crab, Trevor Crab, and all of his attitude and angst is going to be paired up with Phil Dalhausser for his final season. This is going to be so exciting. You best believe I will be watching every single AVP event that they attend, and I feel like this is a great natural end to the video. Phil Dalhausser, 6'9", Beijing Beast, gold medal winner, 23rd and final season coming up, and it's gonna be a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching and continuing to hang out, especially as I struggle to recover from my surgery, and hopefully I will be out posting some fresh new volleyball league and hopefully getting some tournaments done this summer, both grass and beach as well, as long as I can heal well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.